Hello, this is Tony Rasmussen back for episode 23, Love. Is it really out there? This episode aired February 14th, 2014. And I know that's kind of really surprising. And I think what we ended up doing is we took a week off because we were burned out from the last two episodes. So the story of this episode is really interesting. Originally there was a story to this episode. The planned plot was that Tony was supposed to be watching his neighbor's granddaughter, who just so happened to be kind of a psychopath and was a hopeless romantic. And so throughout the entire video, she's trying, she at one point succeeds in seducing Tony, but she kind of more or less kidnaps him and forces him into love. And the reason it never worked was because we ended up, I think it was time constraints if I remember correctly. We didn't have enough time to film, and at the same time no one was really interested in wanting to do that story. But what I do remember distinctly though was coming up with the idea of the ending of the episode. The idea for the ending was going to be Tony sitting in a chair, half naked. This was supposed to be down in like a basement environment, by the way. He's tied up to this chair, and all you can see are kiss marks all over him, and he's kind of unconscious, so he's going like, and then when he wakes up, he's just like, where the hell am I? And that's it. And that was going to be the ending of the entire episode, was just him waking up, and this was during the credits, by the way. He's going to be waking up and saying, where the hell am I? We never did it, though. So my thoughts on love, and these are kind of more my opinions. I don't, it's hard to describe. My thoughts on love and romance are, it's hard to find the right person out there, and this is true for anyone. Be honest. It's hard to find the right person. The problem, though, with someone like me, especially living in a small town like Posen, is that you can find the right person, it's that it's certain elements of that person you start to question. And when you try to, find romance with someone else, when you're trying to find that next love, because you feel like one you're having now isn't working, that's difficult too. And this is especially hard for something like Posen. In this town, what we ended up having is we have girls that'll date out of town. We have girls that'll date Alpena people, downstate people, Rogers City people, Onaway people, Hawks people. It is ridiculous. Right now I'm kind of with a girl where it's kind of complicated, but we're kind of on this together basis. And she's really nice. It's that the problem she has is she doesn't have self-confidence. And that's like the one thing that bugs me, is she never has self-confidence for herself. And I keep trying to remind her, you gotta learn to have your own self-confidence. People are gonna squish you, but you know what? That's life. I mean, look at me. I've been squished so many times. What my feelings are is that, it depends on the person you're with. Do you enjoy his or her company? Do you find romance with her? Does she find romance with you? You don't know. The ending footage there was from episode 1. It was actually leftover footage. The other thing I forgot to mention, I'm going to mention now, is Phantom of the Opera I ended up seeing, and it's not really that bad of a musical. I actually say it's probably one of the best I had seen. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on love. This has been episode 23. I will see you for episode 24. Peace.